Around 2001-2006, during the Gorillaz' popularity, a few shorts based on the Gorillaz called G-Bites were made. The shorts usually involve the band doing weird stuff like killing an eel, yes, there is a short about that, and others. I enjoyed these because I myself am a fan of Gorillaz. However, I almost lost my interest in Gorillaz because of the something disturbing I've encountered. It was a Friday and I was on my way home from my job school. I was on my phone watching the Horseland episode, You Can't Judge a Girl by Her Limo, when all of a sudden I noticed that my stop was coming. When I got off the bus, I spotted a package close to the front door. I took a good look at it, and I saw that it was for me. I brought it inside and went to my room. Thankfully, my little brother was picked up by my mom, so this eventually gave me some privacy I needed. Anyways, I opened up the package and saw that it was a Gorillaz DVD. The cover consists of the four main members, 2D, Murdoch, Noodle, and Russell in the light blue background, and the DVD title was called Gorillaz Every Single G-Byte. On top of the left was a red circle that said, includes 5 never-before-seen G-Bytes. Looking at the DVD, I had suddenly remembered the time Rohan Harden came across those deleted Toy Story treats and deleted Toy Story 2 into inertials. But since curiosity got the best of me, I decided to watch this DVD anyway. The DVD first started with an FBI warning screen, and then it took me to the main menu. It depicted of the same 4 members standing at the lobby of Con Studios. The options included Play All, a short selection, and special features. I selected Play All and I watched every single G-Byte, starting with Hey, our toys have arrived, and finishing with Talent Quest. Both of them were good, and then I got to the 5 shorts, and let me tell you, it disturbed me dearly. A warning came up before the never before seen short started. The following 5 G-Bytes you're about to see is considered too dark to be shown on the internet and aired on TV. These shorts contain blood, gore, and murder. It is best not to be viewed by anyone with mental issues. Watch these at your own risk. Alright, time for some messed up crap, I muttered. The first G-Byte was titled Disaster in the Trailer. It started with Murdoch taking a nap in the trailer from the music video Dare. Suddenly he woke up to a loud noise that was out of nowhere. He got out of bed and put some pants on. Murdoch then stepped outside of the trailer while saying, Is someone out there? You deliberately scared me. Just then a shadowy figure started entering Murdoch's trailer, and this caught his attention. Who's in here? Come out, with your hands up. The shadow then pulled off the robe and it was revealed to be the 2D who had just entered, but he looked rather messed up. His skin was gray instead of white, and he had a few scars on his face. 2D, you scared the crap out of me. Get out of here, Murdoch yelled. But then he noticed that 2D looked very much different. What the hell did you do to yourself, man? You look like your skin is having health issues, Murdoch said. I'm surprised you knew about this, Murdy. You know what grinds my gears? You and the other members have been torturing me like a butt monkey, and now I feel like something should be done about it. 2D proclaimed. He took out a chainsaw and Murdoch got scared. No, please don't kill me, man. We can work something out, Murdoch shouted in a scared tone. It's too late, Murdoch. You should have done something about it earlier, 2D said. Murdoch shouted no a couple of times as 2D started up the chainsaw. It cut to the outside of the trailer, where the chainsaw can be heard killing Murdoch as he let out a blood-curdling scream and blood splattering onto the windows. 2D then stepped out of the trailer and said, He was an idiot, but at least he's gone now. It then cut to black for about 2 seconds before showing the outro with the claymation gorilla. After that, the short started. The second G-Byte was titled Noodle's Psycho. I was confused for about a moment or so until I realized that this was supposed to be a parody of Psycho. It began with Noodle in her Phase 2 form taking a shower while singing Japanese version of Dare. Suddenly from the shadows I could see 2D walking in. The camera started zooming into the shower curtain just like it did in the Psycho movie. As soon as 2D got close, he opened up the curtain. I was expecting the murder theme to be played during this scene, but unfortunately no music was played. Noodle would recognize this and begin screaming. 2D then stabbed Noodle multiple times as blood splattered almost everywhere, like in that last G bite. Soon after, Noodle was officially dead, and it showed the outro again, but this time with a big change. The gorilla didn't have its usual red eyes. Instead, it had no eyes at all. It was just pitch black, but nevertheless, it still did its usual gorilla sounds. The third G bite played, and it was titled On the Tracks. It started with the pitch black screen for about 2 seconds before it was revealed to be a POV of someone waking up. A voice spoke. "Where the hell am I?" I then realized that it was Russell, who was on the train tracks. Russell noticed that he was tied up to a rope. "Hello? Is anyone out there?" Russell shouted. Out of nowhere, a train horn could be heard in the distance. "Help! Someone help!" Russell shouted once more. He looked into the left and saw an old-fashioned train from afar. Russell screamed in blood-curdling tone, only he wasn't screaming in the cartoon, and not to be cliched or anything, but it sounded like his actor Remy Kabadka Jr. was screaming while being tortured. Not long after, the train finally ran over Russell as blood and guts once again splattered everywhere. I felt the urge to vomit, so I paused the DVD and went to the bathroom. I came back shortly after and unpaused the DVD. It showed the gorilla again, only this time its head was missing. And was 2D behind all this? Who cares? The fourth G bite began, and it was titled Dell on Windmill Island. This G bite began with a shot of the island itself at night. Suddenly Dell, the ghost rapper, appeared, but he wasn't animated in Phase 2, but instead in his Phase 1 form, likely cause they never made a Phase 2 version of Dell. "Sheesh, it's kinda cold out here. Why did I even come out here with short sleeves on?" Dell said. Dell then walked until he stepped on something. It was a slice of pizza. "Oh boy, I'm hungry," Dell said once more. He ate the slice of pizza, which was confusing since he was a ghost in this scene, and then noticed a whole path of more pizza. Dell followed it while eating at the same time. The path stopped at the entrance of the windmill. He then opened the door and noticed it was pretty dark inside. Dell walked around for about 5 seconds before the door suddenly closed by itself. "Oh God, I don't like this," Dell said. Suddenly a light switched on and it was revealed to be a 2D who turned to the lights. 2D chuckled and said, "You enjoy all that pizza, didn't you? Well, now it's time to end your ass in the afterlife." He then pulled out a vacuum, and this made Dell scared to the point that he tried to run. 2D turned on the vacuum and began sucking Dell up. I could hear Dell screaming as he did this. The G-Bite then ended with the outro, except the gorilla was nowhere in this scene. There was just only the logo of the band. And then I got to the final G-Bite. It was titled Standing There. This short was way too similar to the ending of that Toy Story retreats that Rohan Hordan had encountered. The last short started with 2D in his Phase 1 form standing in realistic school hallway at night. 2D was no longer in his evil form. He was completely normal. During this scene, a music box of Feel Good Inc. began to play in the background. 2D didn't say anything in this scene, but after 20 seconds, he walked away from the shot. The screen faded to black, and unfortunately there was no outro with the claymation gorilla, but something else happened instead. After about 10 seconds, it cut to a picture of Murdoch chucking Ghislaine from the Gorillaz music video, Clint Eastwood, except his eyes were black and purple dots as he had blood drooling from his mouth. It was accompanied by both the Howie scream and the loud blood-curdling scream of a little girl. The image, along with those screams, scared the living shit out of me, and I fell back in shock. As soon as the jump scare ended, it took me back to the menu. I was in complete fear after seeing what I had just watched. I decided to look at the special features, and they included music videos for 9 to 2000, Clint Eastwood, Tomorrow Comes Today, Feel Good Inc., Dare, Dirty Harry, and Malcolm Hill. They were surprisingly my 2 favorite Gorillaz songs. As I sat through every music video to try to get my mind off those disturbing G-bites, and I sang along. But later that night, I was having a nightmare about me being killed by 2D in the same trailer Murdoch was in. I woke up around 3 a.m. and used my phone to watch old episodes of Thomas and Friends from series 1, 2, and 3. I have always been a fan of Gorillaz because they're my favorite band. It's best to stay away from rare DVDs you've never seen.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.